Oh man, this one right here is pleasing. It is pleasing to me because this has been a long road with Joe Rogan. I have been a Joe Rogan fan since news radio. Before that weird show Fear Factor. I've watched the UFC since day one, and I've loved Joe Rogan for longer. When the show came out, I loved his show, his podcast. Loved it. Never missed it. Used to listen to it all day while I was at work. He had interesting guests. He had Neil deGrasse Tyson. He had Norm Macdonald. He had who else? He had some. Of course, he had fighters on there, which was always good. But he had real conversations, and Jamie always kept him from saying something too dumb or correcting him after he did. Um, but the downfall of Joe Rogan and came if everyone notices the richer he got. See, this is another reason that capitalism is a problem. Is that the people that they make wealthy as well, like the celebrities, basketball players, so on and so forth, they only make people that wealthy if they're malleable and can be molded to say whatever they need them to say and do whatever they need them to do, whether they know it or not. Some of them are just willing to say, "Oh yeah, I'll do it, boss." Some are like have to be tricked into it or coaxed into it. Joe Rogan's a moron, and if you watch this whole decline and downfall of Joe Rogan, you literally saw him get duped the whole time. He's confused. He smokes too much weed, and he was already dumb to begin with. Joe Rogan is another one of these not really funny comics. You are not going to go down as a legendary comic. You're going to go down as a legendary podcaster, which is nothing. There is no credentials for that. And you're also going to be saddled with the rise of the manosphere and this whole fucking stupid ass mothership scene you've created. The most talented ones out of you are turning on you. Tim Dillon, Shane Gillis. They're not turning on you, but they're turning on your message, which is just the first step. And Hinchcliffe was done after that Puerto Rican joke in New York, and you may still be following him. Yes, racist. You've all been congregating to follow him, but as soon as everybody identifies you as a racist, you are going to drop him like a bad habit to prove that you're not. It's your move. I've seen it. I have seen it. Can't put any Rogan clips in here because they will copyright strike me. But what I will do is encourage everyone to watch The Downfall. You ain't got to follow and like, just watch The Downfall. It's going to be wonderful. And with the downfall of the UFC coming as well, it's going to be wonderful. Nothing for him to fall back on. He is such a loser. I literally hate how he just completely flipped and groomed a bunch of idiots to be bigger idiots. And then the underhanded side of it, and this is the problem, he's a racist. He's a bigot. He sabotaged Kamala on purpose. He was asked direct questions. He could have pointed out lies with Trump, but he was asked direct questions about what happened with Kamala not going on his show, and he made it seem like she was avoiding him, and that's just disgusting. If you were really that adamant about it, you would have done it anywhere. You would have done it over the phone, and you would have told us the immediately when she denied it. You would have said it on your show, but you didn't. And the fact that you did that is disgusting to me. The fact that you hugged this man every time he walked into the UFC, the fact that you watched Dana White give a unfair edge to him in that manner, and you had nothing to say about it, and you had no problem with it. That to me says that you are a piece of trash, Joe Rogan. And it says you were in on the scheme. You just didn't want a black woman to be your boss. And let me tell everybody, the president is not your boss. You are the boss of the president. I don't know why you guys don't get this. And if you don't know by now, and this man still refuses to admit it, that Kamala was the better choice, and Kamala was not only the better choice, but don't want to say I told you so.
I'm not here to say I told you so.
But to follow Joe Rogan is sweet, especially because he's going to try to fake intellectualize his way out of it. Of what and let me tell you guys this: the I didn't know, that is not a good flex, because you most of you said you knew. Most of you said you knew. And once again, another one who was big on the Epstein list. Another one that was huge on the Epstein list. And he does not touch on that, on anything that has to do with Trump and the Epstein list, which is, how can you talk about the Epstein list without talking about how much Trump is in it and how he keeps on saying it's fake now? Are you insane or are you just lying? Either way, this is not a man that needs to be listened to. Everybody needs to figure it out about Joe Rogan. He's not an intellectual. He's not intelligent. He's gotten too many things wrong and been so sure. And then the retractions are very low with all of these people, and with the progressive left.
No.